Time is against us. I'm going to move on to another question. This is a question we had, I think, more questions about, apart from Ukraine, than anything else this evening. And it's from... This one is from Pam Dumbleton, please. Pam Dumbleton.
Isn't it time the government listened to the people about the effect immigration is having in changing our communities?
Just in what way do you think the government isn't listening?
The government haven't got a clue. David Cameron has never been to Barking. If he came, they'd be warned in advance and everything would be brushed up. The government need to come and walk through our town and just see how we now live. Go back 12 years, it was totally different. Now, we are the complete minority there, and it's just like the most terrible place on earth to live at the moment.
Amanda Platel.
I did a little bit of research about Barking before I came here, and evidently you've had a 30% drop in the Indigenous population and a 200% increase in immigration.
Yeah.
And look, I think I'm probably the only one on the panel that is an immigrant. I came from Australia 28 years ago with a backpack. I love this country. I'm really glad to be able to live here. But I never came here expecting that I would be able to get a house, use, send child benefit back home, use the welfare system. I always thought that it was a privilege to be here. And I do not understand when we have the kind of social tensions we have here with schools which are just overflowing now. You've got more children of school age in this area, proportion of population than anywhere else in the country. Yeah. And that's because you have lots of people coming in, many of whom want to work really hard and want to contribute, but the government is not taking account of the pressure it puts. And I just think,
how does it do that? How should it do that?
Well, David, I think it's a huge problem. What David Cameron has suggested recently...
Say that? Sorry, hold on.
Listen to the Indigenous people here, the people that have been here all their lives, all their families have been here.
David Cameron did suggest that that we had a ban, so if someone was coming in, they had to work for 3 months and pay tax before they were able to use benefits. I would say 10 years. I would say make it a bigger barrier, make people contribute.
All right.
That's what I would say.
Make your point, sir, again. What was it?
1 in 7 new businesses are set up by immigrants, yeah?
To employ immigrants. Yeah.
They've all been given money. Everything's been thrown at the immigrants. Like, listen...
No, I don't...
David Aaronovitch.
Well, can I finish then? Listen, I've applied for 100 jobs in the railway. 100 jobs. I don't even get an interview no more. In the old days, at least you get a letter, at least you get a rejection letter. I don't even get that. 100 jobs. But these immigrants, they get all their tickets paid for, they get all their jobs. I'm homeless. I've got nowhere to live. I have to go down today and see an immigrant telling me that well, that's the truth. Well, that's the truth. I went down to John Smith's house today, and an immigrant tells me that I cannot live here. I cannot get nowhere to live.
All right. David Aaronovitch. Hang on. All right, let's hear... OK, we get your point.
Let's... a minority.
You are...
And we get nothing.
So you're blaming...
I'm not blaming immigrants at all.
No, you're blaming the wrong people.
I'm not...
You're blaming...
I'm just stating the facts.
Can I just say something, sir? No. You're stating a perception of the facts of the case, and I can
For me personally, and for many people like me.
OK, you made your point. Let him answer.
I know, but just because you perceive something doesn't make it true.
It's true for me.
No. There isn't anything that
we've been told.
No, hang on. No, please.
We're not all racist.
Hang on, sir.
Hang on. Be fair. But what about the Indigenous people here as well?
I think we've heard your point. The idea is the panel should be able to answer.
No one has so far accused anybody of being racist. But the things that you've said were exactly what was said about my grandparents when they came over to the Jewish East End in the early 1900s. Exactly the same things. They said precisely the same things. We can't walk through our streets because they're not ours anymore. Why is a street not yours? Because some of the faces in it are black. Why can't you be in a street that has white and black in it?
All right, you can answer this.
English on the streets.
No, hold on. Actually,
he didn't actually say...
Actually, most immigrants, of course...
He didn't say anything about black, and actually...
He didn't mention black people. He just said immigrants.
Do you really think that?
Is it?
Well, I've got nowhere to live. I need to go and find somewhere to live.
All right.
Yeah, I will. Tonight.
OK. You sir at the very back there. Thank you very much. You sir at the back.
Can I say, I work round the corner in